Good evening, my friends, my family, and even our enemies. We are live. This is Live Free or Die. My name is Eli King, king of all alternative news media here on this Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Believe it or not, people, this is the People's Network, where we, the people, get a chance to exercise our First Amendment right. And though I do apologize last week to my viewers, got a lot of angry emails and phone calls. Apparently somebody didn't do their job at the Manhattan Neighborhood Network. But that's okay. That was a very minute problem. I do apologize. We are live today and we will get the news out. So, let's move on to some more important issues. It's been a long day. Long night for me. I had about 2 hours sleep. Went to a little party last night where things got a little rough. Little young wannabe gangsters from one of those little so-called gangs, the Bloods or the Crips, showed up and got into a little fisticuffs, which is fine, get a little aggression out. But then afterwards, they want to go outside and start grabbing their illegally owned heat, because in Jersey City, of course, you're not allowed to carry guns. It's like here in New York City. So then, I had to go outside and basically educate all these young little affiliated fools on how basically they want you to kill each other, you fool. And they, what set you with? You know what set I'm with? I'm with the Constitution. I'm with the Bill of Rights. I'm a real American. I'm educating you, son, that they want you to go in there and kill your brother, all right? Now go put your little gun away, because you don't scare me. I was supposed to be dead before I was 18. Okay? This is what my brother told my mother to get life insurance on me, because I was supposed to be dead, because I used to run with little gangs and stuff like that. None of those silly little gangs, my own little gang. I was always a one-man gang. But anyway, I educated these young blood-affiliated fools and actually talked them out of spraying bullets in a little hall where children were around. So I didn't actually want to go to this party, but I guess I was there for a reason. Because the guys are like, you know what, he's right. He's right. We're just going to catch a body, catch a bid, and he's right. That's what the banksters, that's what the New World Order, that's what the globalist scum want. They want you depopulated, and they want you put in their private prisons that they own and they profit off of. So even though it was a bad situation, at least I felt I got to educate some young minds that are still deep into the matrix, thinking that if they get gang affiliated, they're the coolest shit on the block, when they're really not. But anyway, I'm sorry I got off with that rant. Let's start off with some news, some real news now. I do apologize. All right, first article, Paul Joseph Watson, Infowars.com. Mostly all the articles will be coming from Infowars.com today, because that is my favorite news organization. Damn it, because they speak the truth. All right, Paul Joseph Watson, American terrorist in Syria, was working for C.I.A, says father. Army vet who fought alongside Al-Qaeda arrested by FBI. The father of U.S. Army veteran Eric Horan, arrested on Tuesday night by the FBI for fighting alongside Al-Qaeda group in Syria, says his son was working for the C.I.A. Of course he was. I believe I reported on this a couple of weeks ago, maybe, from the same website. They came out with a story saying that an American Army guy was teamed up with Syrian rebel forces who are really affiliated with Al-Qaeda, and basically trying to assassinate Assad and topple Assad's Syrian army. And I guess since that story was exposed, they went and arrested him, the FBI. Now, we believe that was a fake arrest because, like his father said, the guy was working for the CIA. So either it was an arrest to shut up the alternative news media, or it was an arrest because maybe he was ready to blow the whistle. And when you're a whistleblower under the Obama administration, you will be arrested under the Espionage Act. And Obama has arrested 7 people so far, including a former CIA agent, officer, intelligence guy, whatever you want to call him. John Kirikou, I believe his name is. And he's going to do 30 months in jail under the Espionage Act for whistleblowing, for exposing crimes that the government committed against our people and people of the nation. Human beings, murdering children with the drones, stuff like this. And the last person to use this Espionage Act, I believe, was a Nixon or Reagan, maybe. I mean, this is unprecedented. Bush didn't even use these tactics, and Bush is a scumbag. So it goes to show you, you liberal phonies, you need to step up and be real liberals and understand that your Mr. Obama is a tyrant. He does not work for you. He is not a real liberal. He is a bankster-controlled New World Order puppet scumbag. So yes, this army guy was working for the CIA, and they do this all the time. Al-Qaeda is run by the banksters who basically the CIA takes their orders from the banksters, people. All right, next story. Pat Robertson on DHS arms buildup. Who are they going to shoot? Us? Televangelist questions Big Sis bullet buys. Pat Robertson has become the latest prominent conservative to question why the Department of Homeland Security is engaged in an apparent arms buildup, asking if the 1.6 billion bullets purchased by the federal agency will be used against the American people. Yes, there has been a lot of stories coming out like this, that the Department of Homeland Security is basically buying up all the ammunition in this country. They're stocking up on billions and billions of bullets, and now people are starting to ask why. Who are they for? And it's, they're actually stocking up on hollow point bullets, and they say it's for training. But according to Marine officers and Homeland Security officers, they have never used hollow point bullets in training, because hollow point bullets are used to shoot people because they cause inflicting damage. They are not good for target practice, okay? So don't believe that hoax. Homeland Security is building up for a war against the American people. They are moving the focus away from Al-Qaeda, which was the whole plan the whole time. 9/11 was an inside job. That is my shirt right there. I represent the truth, the truthers. And this is all a ploy to say, hey, the boogeyman, Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden, yeah, we need to go to war with Iraq and Afghanistan and steal all their lithium and their opium and everything else, every natural resource, and just control the world, because we're globalist scum. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to another story. Harrison Ford teams up with CFR and Rockefeller Foundation to save the planet. Yes, this scumbag Harrison Ford, which I actually like some of his movies, Indiana Jones and such, but now he has come out to be a total scumbag piece of garbage, puke-filled maggot. This guy's disgusting. Anyway, the Council on Foreign Relations is a globalist, bankster, eugenicist operation. And they are founded and fronted by the Rockefeller Foundation. These guys work in cahoots on a depopulation agenda. They want to depopulate you, me. They want to kill us all. We are walking dead, people. Okay? They're poisoning the food, the water, the air, everything. You name it. This is why, our foods don't have the natural supplements and vitamins that it used to have. This is why you have to do alternative supplements and basically supplement yourself, get vitamins, and because you can't even trust the foods anymore. And I'll tell you why. Because moving on now, this is a story from naturalnews.com from Mike Adams, and he states Obama's signing of Monsanto Protection Act proves he will portray progressives too. Basically, there is this Monsanto Protection Act that has been approved by the Obama administration, which basically means Monsanto basically overrules on the U.S. government. They do not have to obey by our law. Okay, so if they put these genetically modified organisms, basically poison, that will give you cancer and make you sterile, make your children's children sterile 3 generations down the line, where you will not be able to have children, these type of poisons in our food, and we can't do a damn thing about it. It's like the Federal Reserve. We can't audit the Federal Reserve, but we're the government. So now Monsanto has more power than the government. And we got to blame a couple of senators for this. What are their names? Let's see if we can get them here. Oh, boy. They're just some scumbag senators. I believe Senator Roy Blunt is one of them, that piece of garbage. And some other witch, I can't get her name right now. Yeah, but some other witch senator pushed this Monsanto Act through, which basically means they can poison our food and kill our children. We are a live show today, people. It is March 30th. You can call me up at 212-860-3583 if you want to get in anything on your own. Maybe I'm missing something here. But let's move on to this next story really quick. Video. Planned Parenthood officially argues for right to post-birth abortion. Yes, now you have Planned Parenthood, who mostly operate in the black and the Hispanic neighborhoods. You don't see them up in the suburbs. Well, now they're saying that if a woman gives birth at full term, let's say 9.5, 10 months, whatever it is, that the woman should have the option to kill the baby right then and there. This is what Planned Parenthood is pushing. Yes. How ridiculous does that sound? I know. I got the guy over here like no, no. But yes, this is true. Look it up, my friend. And they also put in one state, abortion is a multi-billion-dollar industry in this country, my friends. First of all, they want to depopulate the black and Hispanic and all the dark races, and every race for that matter. And abortion is a key way to do that. China has a one-child policy. They do forced abortions every day. And now they want to do it. Planned Parenthood actually says, and some other groups say that they advocate the killing of children up to 3 years old. They say you can abort your child up to 3 years old because they're parasites, and we need to save the planet, and there are too many human beings. And like I said, this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, because what do they do in these abortion clinics? I'll tell you, once they abort that little fetus, they have companies like Pepsi Cola and your little gummy bear companies and your little Swedish little fish and sticks. Guess what's in all that? Aborted fetal tissue, my friends. Yes, Google dead babies in Pepsi. That's what you can Google. Do me a favor and Google dead babies or dead aborted fetal tissue in Pepsi Cola. They claim they don't do it anymore. But my question is, why did you do it in the first place? And I still believe they do it. Just Google aborted fetal tissue in products, and it'll give you a list of all the products that they put these aborted fetal tissue that they get from Planned Parenthood abortion clinics. They got these monopoly corporations standing in the back rooms of abortion clinics waiting to pick up the aborted fetal tissue and put it in your food product. What kind of Luciferian, satanic agenda is going on? They're killing our babies, killing us, and then feeding it to us. It's like they're killing our souls from within without us even knowing. It's like something out of the Golden Child. Some sick agenda, people. All right. So please, all you black and young Latina ladies out there, I understand that there are situations and times are tough, but If you can just go ahead and have that baby, go ahead and have that baby. Because believe me, Bill Gates, Ted Turner, and all the other globalist scumbags want that baby dead. That's why they pay for it. That's why you get that abortion for free from Planned Parenthood. Because the founder of Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger, that cunt, she called black people parasites. She referred to them, us, me, my family, my brothers, my friends, as little parasites. And that they're weeds. And this is basically why Planned Parenthood was founded. And they said they were going to bring the Democrats and the liberals to along board to basically advocate all this and make it, copacetic, make it good. Once again, people, we are live, 212-860-3583. I must be on a wonderful rant. You must be enjoying what I'm saying if you're not going to be calling, but that's fine, because I enjoy talking to the people. My next article, we're moving on now. This is also from InfoWars. Kurt Nemo, UN Small Arms Treaty enters 11th hour. Treaty proponents have worked overtime to portray opponent Senator Rand Paul as right-wing loon. Basically, there is this UN Small Arms Treaty that the United Nations and NATO state that they want to ban basically small arms, handguns, all around the world. And the only people who are allowed to be armed are the politicians like Christine Gillibrand, Senator D'Amato, or whatever the hell his name is, Chucky Schumer, Michael Moore. These scumbags, Bloomberg, walk around with 5 to 10 to 15 armed bodyguards, but I'm not allowed to have one legal firearm. So we need to go down to the United Nations, which is right up on First Avenue, get in their face and tell them, get the hell out of my island. Get off of my island. This is my island. All right. I think we have a phone call. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, brother. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've been hearing about North Korea, and I think one of the dictators had no hesitation firing their first rocket in order to hit the United States, which is raising tensions and all that.
I believe that's a whole ploy, Steve. You got well, who I'm really worried about is China. That's who I'm really worried about, you see.
China, oh yeah, like if China collapsed, that's when we're gonna
China is using North Korea as a pawn.
Oh, as an ally, yeah, they're allies.
As a pawn. And because basically China wants to take over this country. That is their whole plan. That's why they have these little... Right? It's part of the New World Order. I don't know what the hell order. All I know is that I believe the Chinese are planning or wanting to invade this country.
To take over, right?
Absolutely. This is why we owe them, I don't know what, trillions of dollars in debt.
Because remember, China gave us all the goods and everything. Like, if they start giving us all those goods, that's when a collapse is going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And
so we're going to be under by China Empire, though.
This is why China is saying, we don't want your money anymore. Yeah, you owe us money, America, but instead we'll take assets and we'll take land. And now they have these Chinese economic zones where they run their businesses tax-free, okay? And then their media pushes, they advocate the abolishment of our Second Amendment. Why is that? So they can invade. Because General Yamamoto of the Japanese Imperial Forces said, when he was ordered by the Emperor to invade the west coast of the United States during World War II, he said that invasion would be impossible, sir. And he asked why. Because of the American Second Amendment, there would be a gun between every blade of grass we land on. So this is why we need to restore the Second Amendment here, especially here in New York City, and all around. This is part of the Constitution. We cannot give up on what this country was founded on. The foundation of this country. You can't lose when you go and you follow and you abide by the Constitution. Steve, is there anything else on your mind, brother, before I let you go?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, another thing is that now what you said, with China and everything, You know, like, and you're also in China, that like the air quality and all that. Now, people are like buying cans of air now.
Oh yes, because they're allowed to build a new coal plant every
Right.
week. But meanwhile, here in the United States, it seems like Obama is shutting down coal plants here every week and telling them, "Hey, you can have a coal plant here, but the problem is we're going to tax you so bad you're going to be bankrupt. So you might as well move to China."
Oh, that's what they're saying?
And they're
Now,
claiming it's because of the global warming. Meanwhile, these
that's
coal
enough of those
plants
anyway.
have clean burning scrubbers so that the little vapors come out basically as water vapor.
Oh, yeah.
Technology has moved way in advance, and in these brand new coal plants, which GE is allowed to build because they are exempt from Obama's Obamacare, and that's Obama's buddy. They can build the coal plant, but if you're a mom and pops industry in Pennsylvania or in one of these coal towns, they're going to tax you so hard you're going to have to shut down and move your business elsewhere because they want total control, Steve. Total control.
Okay, now what about the one-child policy? Have you heard anything about that? Like every household has to be one child and all that madness? I know this is under by the Agenda 21, if I'm correct.
Yes, Steve.
The one-child policy.
Yes, I appreciate the call, Steve. I'll answer that question off there. Yes, the one-child policy, Steve, is what they want to eventually move here in America. Ted Turner, who has 7 kids himself, strongly advocates, and so does Bill Gates, the one-child policy like they have in China. So if you have one child and then you have another child, they would either forcefully abort that second child or you would have to pay like a $10,000 fine. Yeah. They want that here. This is all part of their globalist scheme to, depopulate and murder us all. This is why the Democrats and the liberals are pushing this Planned Parenthood and making post-birth abortions seem like such a wonderful thing, like it's a liberal okay thing, because my guy Obama's doing it, so I'm on the winning team now. See, my guy is winning. Yay, scumbag. All right, let's move really quick. We're running out of time. Next article: Michael Moore. 90% of guns owned by are by scared white people. He says he was on the Ed Show, apparently, MSNBC scumbag. That works over there, says that 90% of people who own guns are scared white people. Actually, no, I was at a party last night, and there were about 50% of blood criminals who had illegal guns, and they were pretty scared themselves. So if you disarmed even scared white people, black people who legally own guns, now the only people who have guns are the criminals and the elite, the politicians' elite, the people who have money, who can afford to have armed bodyguards walk around with them 24/7, like you do, Mr. Michael Moore, you piece of trash, when you walk around with your little 5 armed bodyguards, one of them who got arrested at the airport for illegally having a gun. Yeah. Scumbag. So don't fall for the small arms treaty, restore the Second Amendment here in New York City, and get in their face. Another scumbag, Jim Carrey. This scumbag is calling for the abolishment of the Second Amendment, and he's not even American. He's from Canada. They already took the guns in Canada. So why don't you go back to Canada and live there since you don't like guns? Well, anyway, a patriot, a very good patriot, posted a picture, a signed autographed picture of Jim Carrey on eBay, and he stated he was going to sell it for $600 so that he can buy a nice Glock. And then spineless eBay pulled down the little ad or the post because they claimed it was too political. So you can't even exercise your First Amendment and sell a picture of this scumbag Jim Carrey on eBay because you want to buy a gun. You see what this country is becoming, people? All right, moving fast now. Moving on. Gun owners sue New York government to restore Second Amendment. This is what I'm talking about. The New York affiliate of the National Rifle Association on Thursday requested an injunction to stop the state from denying residents their Second Amendment and 14th Amendment right to equal protection under law. Yep. Thank God we got some people in New York here who want the Second Amendment restored because it is statistically shown that where there are more legally owned guns, there is less crime per capita. You look at Chicago, New York, Jersey City, murders are up because there are no legally owned guns. You want a legally owned carry permit, you got to give Bloomberg $30,000. Simple. You want a permit to carry a handgun in your home? That's $1,000. You want a shotgun? That's $300. And then you got to buy the gun. So that's times that. Anyway, moving on. Gee, we got about 1 minute left. Big Sis ignores Congressman's demand for briefing on bullet buys. Yes, Big Sis, Mr. Napolitano, why do all these witches look like this? You know, you got Margarita Lopez. These they look like, she looks like a hermaphrodite. What the hell is wrong with this woman? Anyway, next article. Cyprus Bank bailout argument is pure theft. 40% on private deposits to be looted from selected accounts. The bank holidays, bank runs are coming. Cover up of Adam Lanza's link to psychiatric drugs. Adam Lanza was on psychiatric drugs, and they're trying to cover it up. We'll report the sheriff next week. Basically, time is up, people. Damn it. Great show. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. God bless America. God save the Constitution. Ha! And if you have received this transmission, then you are the resistance. See you next week, brother.